Hello and welcome to my channel. This is the second part of topic, the importance of setting a higher goal that we discussed last week. When the same information and process is repeatedly going on in your mind, a subconscious mind has chances to interact with your thoughts. If it is so, you will find ways to fulfill your desires or meet your goal. I have heard many stories of people whose last wish is to see their son or grandson before his death, and as soon as the dream is fulfilled, the person dies. In other words, I have experienced the power of setting a higher goal a few times that save my life and keep me away from committing evil deeds and crimes. These goals circulate self-control in our minds that restrict us from any evil thoughts and deeds we may end up doing. When you do the visualization, practice a lot with your goal, and become your invisible guide. As a result, you know what is good and bad for it. You might have seen some people going to bed early and waking up early. If you ask them for a reason, they may not be able to answer what is going on in their minds and motivate them to do so. Even if they try to explain how they respond to a command of their mind, you would not understand. Therefore, you may hear, "It became my habit" from them as the answer. To make a habit of waking up early is not that easy unless there is a solid compulsive reason or motivation. If such a difficult discipline becomes your habit, healthily, not because of insomnia, nothing can stop you from achieving greatness. But is it possible to establish a pattern without setting any goal? On the other hand, simply writing a list of goals and never thinking about them after it will never do anything to your life. It is right that everything starts from thoughts, but if you limit the ideas and goals into thoughts only, then nothing will happen. Do something every day related to your dream so that you get closer to your goal gradually. A positive and higher purpose is like a best friend that is always with you. By contacting it, you will do so many positive works that people will appreciate your presence wherever you go. When you fail to do something great, you already achieve success. You ought to be relentless. You will see the friends around you, they are different from those around you. While you did not have any higher goals, your company will change. The entire universe will help you to get you to your destination. We talked about the importance of setting a higher goal, but are there any chances of achieving it? First of all, when the goal is high enough, and a person is persistent towards it, the chances of living an ideal life are always high. There is no chance to be a complete failure because the goal is still so far from you, and it may take a lifetime to achieve it, but you never give up. For example, winning a Nobel Prize for a physicist is a high goal, and a person can follow the SMART technique. If he works hard for 10 to 15 years, the goal is achievable. But, if the same person sets up a dream that he wants to educate every town and countryside of the world for free, this is a significantly higher goal. We can see plenty of obstacles and issues that can come across on his path. He will have to sacrifice his own family life for others. The goal is so high that he would not be able to complete it in his lifetime, but the most undeniable fact is that achieving some fractions of his goal could be far better and more humane than 10 or 20 of our fully completed goals. There is a secret method to set up a higher goal based on the universal law of attraction principle. When I say the law of attraction, many people have questions if the law of attraction works. You have heard it and tried it, based on your experience, you do not have evidence to support if it works. You are right, but that is limited in your case only. In my case, it has worked. Before we understand how the universal law of attraction works, we need to know more about the universe and how it works in terms of energy. As we discussed in chapter 1 in my book, we already realize that everything we see is energy and vibration. We also philosophically, logically, religiously, and scientifically prove that everything around us is conscious to some extent. In that sense, the entire universe is a substantially aware body, and all animate and inanimate things are constantly thinking. In other words, they are releasing waves. We believe that to be able to, they need to have a brain, but we are not talking about the brain, we discuss the mind in waves. The brain is a device that allows the mind to make plans. But the thought in the waveform is released out of everything and is almost everywhere. Gold, diamond, money, wealth, and all matters are vibrating in a specific frequency related to them. As humans, we are provided with the most advanced device to capture such frequency and vice versa, and that is our brain. There is a way to attract such frequency towards us. To understand that phenomenon, let us see how a radio catches signals, because this is precisely the same way we can catch the frequency we want. We are getting deeper and deeper in this thought process. I have not entirely abandoned the previous topic that we were discussing, the universal law of gravitation. We will come to that point later, but at this moment, let's see how a radio works. We need an antenna to pick the radio waves out of the air. The antenna helps to increase the number of radio waves to go to the transmitter. Since thousands of radio signals present in the air, An antenna will collect all of them. It does not have any sense of selection. To separate unwanted waves, the radio receiver needs a tuner. A tuner is basically a device that works with the principle of resonance. Tuner resonates with a particular frequency and rejects or ignores all the other unnecessary signals or waves in the air. The function of the tuner is to pass only one frequency through it. The detector, next, extracts DJ's voice out of that one wave. This detector is made up of a diode that allows current to flow through in one direction but not into the other. Finally, the signal is amplified by using transistors to send it to the speaker. So, the flow of frequency through different parts of the device looks like this. In the diagram shown earlier, we see that the frequency collected by the antenna has converted into sound. Let's compare our physical body with the radio device. Different sense organs help our brain absorb various frequencies in the air. They work as antennas. The conscious mind rejects a lot of frequencies from reaching them to the subconscious level. Thus, the conscious mind works as a tuner and the subconscious as the detector. The superconscious mind acts as an amplifier, but most of us rarely access it. Our entire body performs as a speaker but does not take the word speaker literally. In this analogy, the radio converts selected frequency into sound, and our brain converts the entire body into the attractor, just like a magnet, of a chosen frequency. As a result, a person vibrates with the frequency of the things he desired, and those things come towards him because of his attraction power. We understood how the frequency works, but how to pick the right frequency? This question may arise in your mind too. There is no scientific device created yet to download the frequency of gold and diamond into our inner minds. Yes, we have binaural beats, but is that the actual frequency of the things we desire? However, the conscious mind has to be tuned, or the frequency won't do anything. To absorb the frequency well, you need to be around with such frequencies as much as you can. For example, you want to be a millionaire, you need to vibrate with the frequency of wealth and prosperity. To change your vibration, try to have some money in your wallet all the time, wear some gold, if possible, be around rich people. You do not have to accept the fake it, until you make it principle, because while performing this fake demonstration, your conscious mind knows it, and you cannot convince it that you are not faking. Then, you will never get what you want. Just work with the sources you have, you need the frequency, and it does not matter the quantity at this point in time. Now, coming back to the universal consciousness, the entire universe is conscious, and everything is interrelated. When something happens to one, the other gets affected as well. Each and everything we see in the universe is the manifestation of all combined thoughts, the waves of all animate and inanimate matters. Thoughts of one can harm others too. One's thought is a tiny microscopic part of cosmic thought. Nevertheless, it has the energy to create turbulence in the universe if it is amplified with a superconscious mind. When you become a magnet of a particular frequency, the universe itself opens the doors for your success. As a result, many people cannot see the opportunity but you. You do not have to work harder to achieve success as much as other less tuned individuals. You will be vibrating harmoniously with the universe. I have seen a lot of people living this principle unknowingly. I have a few friends who get the best out of anything they do, no consecutive failures because they are resonant with the pleasant vibration of the universe. There is no such thing as luck, but the law of vibration works amazingly for some people, making us believe they are so lucky. When the majority of the cosmic thoughts start working for you, the manifestation of anything is possible. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to watch third part of this video. Also, write your comment and let us know what you think about the information we put here. For more videos, subscribe to Quantum Awareness.